All right, we've got the blog post for the week where we're going to be getting Mr. Fantastic, and also there is going to be an event where you're going to use campaign energy. So a lot of people have already started hoarding campaign energy so they can get the most amount of points. Now, this is the weekly blog. Mr. Fantastic will be the next character. I got to say that Mr. Fantastic is good, and yes, he's going to get a lot of use. The three-piece of the new team is excellent. They're a good team. They're going to get used not only in their designated game mode arena, but I'm going to say that they're going to get use in Crucible and War as well. Now, the core member of the team that makes them work is going to be Franklin Richards. So, Mr. Fantastic, he's fine. He's good. I think he fits in there just perfectly well. He's the one that does the taunting and all that. He's kind of like the protector of the tank. But Franklin Richards is really where it's at. And in fact, when I did my playtest video on the test server where I was playing the 3 new members, Franklin Richards could hold his own with 4 other characters to beat the proper 3-piece in arena. He really is what makes the character go. So I don't know if this is gotta have right now type of character, but you definitely gonna need him. But I might not get him this week. I might not buy him in offers. I may core him when Franklin Richards comes to the game rather than doing it initially with the offer. So on Monday, we'll get the Battle Pass. No mention there of what that's going to involve. Mr. Fantastic MCU will become available. So we've got the Path Daddy mustache right there. Harbinger Week 3. Hood Rises. 5th Force Leaderboard. Franklin Richards Diamonds. And then Rally the Hood. And then the Sword Battle Lab. So that's all going to be happening on Monday. That'll be a big day for sure. On the 16th, the Visible Woman MCU will be added to the Intel store. Boy, they're putting them there pretty quickly. It feels like that was, 2 weeks? Danger Room featuring X-Men, and that'll be on the 18th. Now, the last time that we had the Danger Room with the X-Men, it was very easy. It was 100% just an Old Man Logan show. And you could start off on difficulty 10, bring in Old Man Logan, maybe bring in Havoc or Nightcrawler, or there was a whole bunch of good choices there, but it was all about Old Man Logan. I don't know if that was intentional. I was able to beat the Danger Room on my very first attempt with no mods other than the free mod that you get at the start, with 0 tokens, right? And I went through it. We'll see if it plays out the same. Maybe that was intentional. I'm not sure. So that'll be on the 18th. Character shards in events. So for the 3rd month, the last part of the Quasar saga or chapter, which is going to run for 3 months, we're going to get the final 510. Should be able to get Quasar to 7 yellow. He's very good. There should be another Scourge type event to wrap that up for the final red stars. The Hood, 25 shards in the Hood Rises. And then also the Hood, 100 shards from Rally the Hood. Okay. Harbinger, I always want to say Harbinger. It's got ing in there, but it's Harbinger finale. Earn 510 Quasar shards. The Harbinger is quickly winding down. Make sure you complete your quest to a 7-star Quasar by earning 510 Quasar shards from this final month. And then the final week, the finale, week 3, gear up your roster for battles ahead and snatch up more intel. This starts on the 14th, which is Monday. And the daily objectives, earn gold. Interesting. Weekly objectives, collect unstable cells and earn wingsuits from the Danger Room. Oh, so they're tying it into the Danger Room. We'll see how that plays out. Rewards, tech gear, and intel. Need lots more intel. And I got to say, there's been some discussion on whether or not we get enough intel or not. I know in the Strike Time web stream on the other day, there was a playback on it. I watched the playback of the live stream on Twitch, and they made references that there was enough intel and we were getting more than enough intel. Something to that effect. I know the community doesn't necessarily feel that way. Not enough intel available through normal gameplay. Still trying to collect G20s for Professor X. Saving for Villain Global currently. All I buy is G20 pieces. And I think before getting Professor X, I think that is correct. Just like all G20s all the time. Even to a certain extent, I'm still doing that. Specifically, I'm buying the bio pieces to finish off the Fantastic Four MCU. I've already finished off Invisible Woman, but 2 more to go, right? All I buy is G20 pieces, maybe 1 to 3 a day, and I don't store refresh. Got to save those core for character unlocks. During events is a big problem, but there are no events going to give that intel. Intel available through normal gameplay as free to play is not enough to meet the demands for roster development. Yeah, and I don't know if they're stockpiling or not, but I know when I start getting, you know, 1,800,000, 600,000, like large numbers of intel, which doesn't happen, but it's happened. Then I will start refreshing the store with the 50s because I like to get it down. I don't want to get stuck at the end. I absolutely do not want that converting to shop currency. No way. Premium objective, battle with Mr. Fantastic. Maybe I'll have to core him right away. I think that's what I'm going to do, core him. I've got a stockpile of cores. Premium rewards, the cursed diamond orbs. All right, the hood rises, earn hood shards. Team up with your alliance to snag the 25 hood shards. It starts on the 14th. It's Monday as well. Score points, earn ally supplied 7 orbs. Collect unstable cells in arena. Battle in cosmic crucible with the cursed. Rewards, the hood character shards, cursed diamond orb fragments, and armor 20 orb fragments. So, the 5th force, earn Franklin Richards diamond. It's interesting to me that they are talking about this in advance, even though we're not getting Franklin Richards probably till about 10 days. Feels like a new character comes out every 10 days, so I'm going to guess 10 days after Mr. Fantastic comes out, then we'll get the Franklin Richards. Rise to the top of the leaderboards to mine diamonds for Franklin Richards, Fantastic Four diamond orbs, and more. This will be your chance to earn 3 diamonds on Franklin Richards, as his 3rd diamond will not be obtainable in the Fantastic Four MCU Diamond Orb or in the Elite Shop using Fantastic Four MCU Diamond credits. Wow. So they're making him a little bit different, making this event more important. And this is where, at the beginning of the video, I talked about saving campaign energy. So if you have campaign energy saved up, this might be the time to spend it. This will be starting on the 14th. Score points, spend campaign energy, spend awakened ability tokens, earn Genesis orb fragments, play an arena, blitz, crucible, or war with Mr. Fantastic. And I'm very certain that they omitted probably the key way to get points, which is spend monies, right? Rewards, accursed diamond orb fragments, dark diamond credits, armory 20 orb fragments, dark promotion credits, and then the leaderboard will have diamonds for Franklin Richards, Fantastic Four diamond orbs, and bio gear tier 20, which is the crunch. I'm not doing Human Torch and Thing, but I'm going to take the other 3 to 20. Also, we're going to go down here in a little bit, and there's going to be access to the 3 diamonds on Human Torch of Thing if you have not done that already, where you're going to be able to get them through an event. Awakened ability tokens. Collect these tokens from limited time 5th Force token special offer to not only score points, but also open one of 4 different awakened ability orbs for Phoenix or Mega Red Phoenix Force. You decide which awakened ability you need the most. Okay. Rally. The Hood earned 100 character shards. Rally your roster earn to 100 Hood character shards. Rally daily for 7 straight days. Must raid for 7 of 7 days to earn 100 shards for this accursed blaster. Earn additional path to orbs for chance to obtain more shards. The rally begins on the 14th. And I got to tell you, this accursed team, and to a certain extent the Thunderbolts team, just really didn't do it for me. Vigilante was an amazing team. Liked them very, very much. But when I talk about the Thunderbolts and Accursed, I just feel so lukewarm around them. They just don't really do much for me. And Fantastic Four MCU, yeah, that looks like a good team. So I feel like we kind of had like two duds in there. All right, Mr. Fantastic MCU stretching for battle. Stretch enemies to their limits when Mr. Fantastic arrives on the 14th, which is Monday. Gain block chance and block amount for Fantastic Four MCU allies. Shield your team with taunt and bury yourself and all allies whenever a Fantastic Four ally uses their special or limited or their ultimate abilities. Now, worth mentioning block chance and block amount. If so, like a deflect is a 100% block chance, so each character has a block chance and a block amount. And the block chance, so like let's say you successfully block, then there's a block amount, there's some damage reduction in that amount, and then also a resistance ability where negative effects will not stick. So blocking can be useful in preventing pesky negative effects from showing up on your characters for sure. And that's going to be determined by does it block, and then how much is the chance for the block amount on resistance to the other checks, and then it goes into a focus resistance check. I mean, all these things have to happen for a negative effect to stick. Orb, quantum stretch orb, cost 675 power cores. Okay, so this is going to be like the standard unlock. We're not going to read that. Orb echoes, fine. Danger Room X-Men, looks like this reads the same from the last one. Professor X didn't get to where he is in life by being satisfied with good enough. That's why he's booting up the Danger Room again and calling on the X-Men to answer the call for this intense training simulation. That's right. Get your X-Men characters ready for another shift in the Danger Room. Professor X will not be eligible again for this run. Professor X himself will be waiting on the final node as the boss. And this last time was 1000% solely about Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan plus somebody else. I only did one run, so I don't have a lot to say about it. I started my run with Old Man Logan and Havoc, but there are countless examples of who that other character was. Some people did Jean Grey, some people did Nightcrawler. Fine. The one character that did not work well, there was two actually that I was somewhat unhappy with during my single run. Phoenix, she dies, right? And then what? You got to revive her, right? So that's built into her kit is designed pretty much to die and then be summoned, right? The Dark Phoenix. And then Gambit did nothing at all for me. The stats on Gambit were not enough. So that returns on the 18th for 3 days. Sword Battle Lab. So this is interesting. Anyways, we'll just read it. Train your top warriors in this low Earth orbit for big resources with the Sword Battle Lab. Newer commanders are encouraged to join this battle through 60 floors that test your savvy and roster power. Plan your attacks as well as losing a battle will mean falling 5 floors. I wish there was a faster way to get to the top floors. Like if you have done like the first 30 floors 18 times with no problems, maybe on the 19th time it'll let you start there rather than having to run through all of them. I'm just saying. Here's the part though. Smash through milestones to grab up with 3 diamonds for Human Torch and the Thing. So my issue with this, and I think this is good, in fact I made a video saying don't diamond these guys because they're probably going to do this. I kind of wish they would do this in advance of the announcement of the reworks and use the event that awards the diamonds for Human Torch as a thing as a spoiler. Hey, these guys are getting reworked sometime in the future. This way it prevents people from wasting resources putting diamonds on these characters. And so that was why my suggestion was to not did it. However, I had an abundance of currency, so I ended up doing this anyways. But I knew that this was going to be an extreme possibility. King in Black, earn null red stars. Don't forget to grab your 6 red star for null during this red star event. Next run of King Jin Black. Is that right? It's King in Black. King Jin Black. Yeah, King in Black. A typo there. Make sure you unleash Null and Blitz to hit the milestones and bond the King of Black, Power of Red. This is just busy work, blitzing once a day with Null. Twitch drops. I'll be back on Monday, and we'll be able to do the Twitch drops. Also, someone was asking, we have these codes all the time. Player gift code, count to 7K. And then this person says, can't imagine how many of these missed. Are they advertised somewhere else? Why wouldn't they just give them to active players for logging during that window? What's the incentive for Scopely? These codes are distributed in many, many, many different places. Sometimes Envoys give them out. Sometimes they're on the player voice move. Sometimes it's on Discord. Sometimes it's in a video. It's all over the place. And so on my Discord server, there's a bot, Nightbot, in fact, where you can put exclamation codes and it'll give the most current codes. So these are expired ones and there's expiration dates. I just did it this morning. And yeah, there are the current codes, and when they expire, this command and this bot also works in my chat on my Twitch streams. Let me know if you have any comments. Bye for now.